So we have 365 days in order to turn this area right here into a farm. How is that gonna go? Well, I don't know. We haven't started yet. But what I'm gonna do first is take down these dead-looking trees in front of me. We've obviously got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one right here that all need taking down. We're then gonna chop them up, put them in the back of our truck, get them sold. With that money, hopefully we can buy some sort of skid steer or trailer or something like that in order to make more money to take down more forest to make more farm. Anyway, let's go ahead and get straight to it, shall we? Okay, so first port of call is actually taking down all of these trees because we can. So we're going to take them all down at the same time, and then we'll actually work on chopping them all up at the same time as well. So there's one. I believe there's 4 there. There's not many of them, to be fair, but we should get a decent amount of money because they're not actually dead, apparently. Trees have all been taken down, and now it's time to, I guess, zoom along the trees. Oh no, this isn't working. Oh, there we go, that's working. And take off all of the limbs, because the limbs get in the way quite a bit. There we go. We'll work on one tree at a time, and I don't actually know how many trees I'm going to fit in my, my truck bed, but hopefully quite a few. So we're going to zoom it this way as well, and there we go. Once we've actually sold a few of these, we'll have enough money for a trailer, possibly with a crane, so we'll do that next. But anyway, I don't know how big I need to chop these up. I'm gonna go really small to begin with, just to make sure I can actually lift them. Because obviously it's wider at the bottom of the tree, and it gets skinnier as you go up. But yeah, we'll do like little tiny logs to begin with, and obviously chuck them in the truck bed like this. Oh yeah, this is actually totally gonna work. Okay, beautiful. Alright guys, we've done it, and the V8 in this thing is screaming. It is such a fast car. I didn't come into this clearing this way, but actually I think we'll create a road going out here, just so that it's easier in the future, because there... Oh, we lost a log. We lost a log. I need to try and keep an eye on that, just to make sure we don't lose any more. That could go there. Let's go ahead and restrap. There we go. Yeah, alright, cool. I don't know where this track goes, but we need to create a road to this track from our base. Yeah. Okay, so I think I sell it just in here, so let's just drive in and I guess release it? No, maybe not that one. Maybe over here? No. Oh, maybe it is though. Maybe it is. Right, release that. Let's go press this button. No, this can't be it. I can buy the lumber mill. That's not it. Maybe it's this one? Alright, hang on. Put it here. Yep. And then if I jump out and I press this. Bam! There we go. 1,241. We're gonna need to sell, like, all of these trees to buy anything. Tree number 2, ready to go. I tried to get some longer pieces on this one, and I'm thinking we will make a little bit more money. I've also opened the butt, so that's good too. How much are we gonna get? Bam! 1,553. Alright, we're up to 3 grand so far. How much is, like, the cheapest trailer? Because bringing more over at the same time would be great. So, flatbeds, we do have this one, 2,500. We could actually buy that already. What about low loaders? I mean, low loaders isn't really what I want, is it? Not really. 3,000 though. Ooh, 3,500. That doesn't look too bad. As it turns out, we can actually fit 2 trees at a time, so there we go, 3,600 straight away. Excellent. We're actually up to almost 6 grand right now, and I'm not entirely sure what the first thing is that we need to buy. I am thinking we're going to go for this John Deere skid steer, because that makes sense. And I guess we're going to need a trailer as well, so we'll probably end up going for either this guy or possibly this guy. In fact, this one does make a lot of sense. So I might actually buy that now. Yes? Or maybe not. I don't know. It's tiny. It is actually tiny. Is this one just a small? It's a little bit bigger. And this one is presumably quite large. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to go for. Right, so 3 trees left. Let's go ahead and load them all onto one truck. Once I've loaded them all on, we can get going. Also, if you look in that direction, there is actually a bit of a clearing there with more of these pine trees. So I might actually get rid of those as well. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys once I'm back here, once I've sold these trees on the floor. That right there looks a little bit overloaded, but we've done it. That is all of the trees gone. So, now, oh, one bit, oh, no. Alright, we have to build them up on top then, because they all just fell off. Here we go, this is it. I'm actually excited now. This is 3 trees that we need to sell. Okay, bam! Nope, bam, there we go. 4,740. I mean, that's not really that much money. We are not making very much here. Oh, interesting. A self-made logging trailer. I feel like this could actually be pretty sick. So, main color, let's get the red on there. Yes. The rim color, we're going to go with like a black or whatever. We are spending money doing that, but I'm sure it's fine. Buy it, 1,100. Excellent. Now, the thing is... oh, I don't know where the shop is. So I need to find that real quick. Skirt, skirt! Alright, okay, I found it. Here it is. Oh, that trailer is a lot smaller than I expected. Okay, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. We are gonna need to transport... Please say it can pull it. I don't think it can. Not to worry, guys, because, well, I'm sure this looks and works fine. This is not working quite right, but it's okay. We've got more trees, and to be totally honest with you guys, I want to try and get a full tree on the trailer straight up. There you go. So we're going to reverse straight into it, and we're going to chop it down, hopefully landing it right here. Here it goes in 3, 2, 1. All right, it's landing, 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 and okay. Lower it, lower it, lower it. I mean, it's sort of strapped onto the truck. I guess. Weirdly, I actually want to try and go sell just this tree all by itself. But I have a feeling, a bad feeling, that we won't get very much money for it in its current state. However, it's always worth a risk. I think it is. Because if this is worth money, which it could very much well be, we could have done a good job. Also, side note, we clearly didn't need the trailer for this. Because, well, it's on the top of the truck. It's not even touching the trailer. I've actually decided to ditch the trailer because, well, I'm gonna go for a drive real quick. And we're gonna deliver this as is. And if it's worth a lot of money, well, we'll be doing it a few more times. But hopefully, having multiple of them on the truck at once. I don't know how that's gonna go. Alright, here we go. I reckon we're not going to get very much money for this, but it's definitely worth a try. Here we go. Bam! Sold. 980. To be honest, that is not terrible, considering it basically took no work whatsoever. Whereas cutting it all up, putting it in the back of the truck, takes a lot of work, so... Whoa! My goodness! Yeah. I'm going to do that a few more times. We'll clear out that clearing, and hopefully that'll be good. Maybe. Apparently I've managed to get 3 on here, which is another, what, like 3,000? That's not terrible. Obviously, I don't want to be doing this for very long. Oh my goodness. Okay, fortunately we self-right, that's good. I do think I'm going to need at least a small tractor very soon, with like a mulcher or something, so I think that's one of the first things I'm going to buy. 3 trees, bam! There we go, 3 grand, excellent. So we're at 13,448. Okay. Okay, there's a bunch of different routes we need to go down, and one of them is a skid steer. The main reason I want the skid steer very soon is because if we get a skid steer, we can actually get one of these and get rid of a bunch of the stumps. However, this costs a lot of money, considering I basically have none. So there's a lot of different things I need to try and judge here as to what we need to go with next. This looks very interesting. Essentially, you put some logs in here and it turns it into chips and puts them in a trailer. But that is 13,000, so we still don't have enough for that. Oh, and when I said I can't afford it, by the way, I actually meant we obviously need a tractor as well, so clearly we can't afford it. But anyway, what I want to do now is go get an expensive tree, actually. So let's go ahead and travel back. We'll actually try and chop down something that's worth a decent amount of money and then sell that as well. Once we've done that, we might be able to get a tree-ish tractor, but I don't know. Also, this is actually the way to the farm. We have to go over this bridge. The train does come from in front of me, and it is occasionally coming down the tracks. But yeah, we gotta go straight down this track, slow down, turn right, drive off the bridge, down the hill, and then straight to the road, which is just here. And then our farm is actually just on the left, somewhere. Here we go, turn left here, I think. Yes, here it is, and whoa. This is the farm, very nice. Okay, so, whoa! I really need to get rid of those stumps as soon as possible. I was hoping there'd be like a decent sized tree here, but it all seems to be like pine trees, which really aren't worth that much money, but I guess that's okay. Right, so, with that being said, I still need to get rid of these two trees right here, so I'll load those on, and we'll get those sold. And then I might travel through to the next bit, which will probably be our next field. I think each of these clearings is going to be a field, by the way. Anyway, let's go, go, go. So we chop it really low, yes. And then hopefully we can tab through to the truck as soon as it falls on the roof. That's not the best. That's not quite how I wanted it, actually. But it is on, and I can drive like this. Okay, no, we're probably going to cut it up actually a little bit. I'll load some of it in the back, but we'll keep a long stretch on the roof, and we should get more money that way. There we go. I mean, that sort of works, right? Let's go ahead and reverse back to the next one. We'll load it up a very similar way, and then we'll try and sell these. I'm assuming I'll get a decent amount of money for this. Also, I need to figure out what sort of tractor I want next, because I do need a tractor of some sort. Because we are going to obviously plow these fields. The whole aim of this video, by the way, is to actually get to the point where we have a farm here. But we are very far away from that just now. Alright, cut all weirdly. Bam! We got 4,355. That was for 2 trees. So you definitely get a lot more money by selling them in longer lengths, which we already knew, but obviously we couldn't really do that before. Anyway, we're up to $17,804. I think a skid steer would be nice here. We'd be able to skid steer the stuff onto the truck or the trailer and just have bigger logs in general, and I think that'd be pretty good. However, it is very small. But maybe that's okay. Yeah, so we're going to buy it. We're going to buy it. We're not going to have a warning triangle because we don't need that. Is there any way we can add a weight to the back? Forestry is more expensive, but that is sort of what it's going to be, but it's fine. Right, we're going to purchase it just like this. Okay, right, we've already got a skid steer. Very nice. We're then going to have to obviously go to skid steer attachments. And I'm thinking we want... Well, we want a grabber of some sort, right? So that's a bale. Oh, there isn't actually any for lifting logs, is there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, the manure fork might be able to do it. It can probably grab, so that would be okay. But I would imagine it's quite heavy in itself. Yeah. What about just the pallet fork? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. All right, that one's 400, so we're just going to go ahead and purchase the Massey Ferguson one again. All right, here we go. Buy it. Yes. It might be a pain in the butt to use, but I'm sure we'll be able to use it. All right, where is it? We need to go pick it up. Oh yeah, here she is, a John Deere front loader with, oh sorry, yeah, well I guess skid steer, with a Massey Ferguson pallet fork. Alright, so we have to try and load this into the back of the truck. Otherwise I have to drive both back home and I don't really want to do that. Alright, so unfortunately my forks go through the truck at the back. That makes things way more difficult to get into. Yeah, alright, so drive it forwards, lower it down, there. Okay, keep lowering it as we try and drive forwards, but I can't, yeah, I can't get back. Alright, we're gonna have to drive this a different way then. I can't lift up the truck. I was thinking it would be funny to lift up the truck. I have an idea. Ready? Here we go. Yeah, that's, the skid steer is a bit heavy for my truck. Okay, well, I found a different trailer that I'm actually gonna use, so let's do it. Here we go. I actually think this is a really nice trailer for this too, so hopefully all goes well here. I just need to try and get out of this. Alright, that'll do. Nope, almost. Come on! Maybe I have to jump in the truck to move that, please? There we go. Oh, I swear. I hope the truck can pull this. Please say it can. Please? I don't think it can. Oh, no! Why not, man? Why not? You know what's funny and also really dumb? The skid steer can tow it. Anyway, right, we'll lift that up. We will actually put the truck on the trailer and have the skid steer tow us both home. That is stupid, but it's the way it's gotta be, unfortunately. Oh man, really? Oh wait, no. I do actually have an idea. I just need to go over to wherever the shop is. Right, hold on. Lower this down. Drive it over there. I have an idea, because there is something we can do to our truck here, but it's gonna cost us money. Okay, so the truck itself, what we can do is go to... I don't actually know where it is. Truck bed hitch. Yes, fifth wheel. So we can put a fifth wheel in the back of the truck. That is going to cost me 560, but it is probably actually definitely worth it. So customize, yes, there we go. Alright, very good. You might be thinking, well, the trailer doesn't fit that. But look at that, gooseneck. That is going to cost me an extra 1,500. So we're losing a lot of money on just modifying things. But now... let me reattach. Oh, I can't reattach. I have to undo all the straps, attach the truck on, and then we can drive it home properly. I think. There we go, yes! Alright, so now if we jump into this, we can put it on the trailer. We can also use the trailer to tow logs and stuff like that. So we are good to go. Alright, beautiful. What a cool situation we're in now. So if I press X again. Whoa, whoa. If I press X, no, X, there we go. Strap it down. We're good to drive home. I'm glad we got that sorted. I am. Oh, this is great, actually. I like this. Okay, right, we're back home. So, now it's time to chop down all of these trees, which again, there's about 6 of, and we obviously need to delimb them, and then we need to get them on the trailer using the skid steer, but we're obviously going to have them in bigger sections, so this will be interesting. Let's go ahead and fold this back up properly, and then we can drive this over to wherever it needs to be for the skid steer to load it. How big do we even want to go? I'm thinking around here would be nice. There we go. So chuck that to there. That looks like a pretty decent sized log, and then we're going to go with maybe around here. We should be able to lift the left side onto the trailer, and then use the skid steer for this one. So let's jump in and see if we can actually do this, shall we? We need to go further left than you think. There you go, because it's more weighted to the left side. And if we ram it into the stump, we might be able to get it on the forks. Aha, there we go. Alright, so lift it. For some reason it won't really lift. Oh. Oh. This is weird so far, but it is sort of working. Yeah. Alright, we've... Oh, okay. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a challenge, it seems, but... I think we'll get there. We will get there, right? Right, guys? Here we go. I mean, to be honest with you, that worked a heck of a lot better than I was expecting. But we got it on, so let's just go ahead and push it from here. There we go. And the more I do, I think the better we'll get at it, so I'm okay with being bad at the first one, to be honest. Yeah. Alright, push this from this side forwards. There we go. Alright, good. Alright, we sold both trees for 5,000 again, pretty much, and now we can go get the trailer. But we can't tow the trailer unless we have the gooseneck. We have the gooseneck, so we're good. We're good. Yes. So, as it turns out, if you lock down one of the logs, you can actually get the rest of the logs on the trailer pretty nicely, especially if you drive the trailer to wherever you need the trailer to be, and then you jump in here, you lift it, and you put it on properly. That is the easiest way I've found of doing this. So yeah, you just drop it on. Wait, why isn't it falling off? It's falling off every other time. Come on. Come on. There we go. It should just slide forwards. It's not really working out here. Come on. Alright, lower it down. Jab it in. Flip it over. Alright, that works, I think. Yep, we're good. And now if we jump back in the truck, we go ahead and strap it down. That's awesome. We're gonna have to do that a few more times. This one wants to slide off, but I'm trying my best to get it on there. Come on. Lift. Lift it higher. Come on. Please. Alright, lower it down. Okay. We might be able to just scoot it on this way, but I don't know how I feel about that. Here we go. So, scoot it and lift it. Scoot it and lift it. No, we're gonna struggle here. It's gonna fall off the side. That's okay though, because it actually is in the air still. So grabbing onto it might be more easy than before. Here we go. Right underneath. Grab it. Lift it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, bring it this way. Oh. A bit wibbly wobbly. We're a bit wobbly. Lower it down. I've accidentally just knocked a piece off, but that's okay. Oh, now I'm struggling. This is bad. Alright, here we go. So if I grab it here, lift it, push it forwards. There we go. Alright, it's on pretty much in the right place here. Sort of. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that works. And then we shove this one on, that one on, and I'm gonna go sell that trailer. Another load. Bam! $11,852. Okay, right. We are getting somewhere. Can I afford a tractor now? I don't know. I don't know what the cheapest tractor we have here is, but I'm assuming quite high. 16,000 for this one. This one's actually a pretty decent tractor too. That one is 7, but it's tiny and bit rubbish. Yeah, I don't know what tractor to go for. I'm not sure. A Landini? No. No. This one, I mean, it works, but it is ugly. What about this guy? The MTZ 920. How much horsepower does that have? 89. Can it have a front loader? Can it? Additional weight, steering, windows, front attacher. Yes. Alright, can I have a 3-point hitch on the front? No. Wait a second. Is this a real thing? There's no way they have quad bikes with 3-point... I understand the 3-point hitch. Maybe that is actually a real thing. Sort of. But I don't really understand a front loader attacher on a quad bike. But, I mean, if it works... It works. I'm gonna do it. Alright, guys. We need to do some modifications here. Ignore this, by the way. Ignore this. We need to do some modifications. Front loader, yes. We are gonna have to purchase a front loader attacher. I don't know which one it can use, but I guess we're gonna go with this guy. Kind of expensive, but sure. There we go. We're then gonna have to go with a front loader tool. Now, what I wanted to use was actually this guy. Lift wood. Alright, it's 600. We can actually buy it, so we will. Alright, very good. And then we need to go back to the farm, get our skid steer, and we're gonna come back and sell it. What we're then gonna do is buy a weight for the back of the quad bike, and that is gonna be the tool that we use to load up our trailer. It's gonna make things so much better. Oh, it's actually a very tiny quad bike. You know, sometimes quad bikes are actually really big. Yeah, this ain't one of them. Wait, hang on. I think I bought the wrong front. No. Yeah, I think I bought the wrong front front loader on this. What is it supposed to use? Hang on, what is it supposed to use? Combinations. Ah. It's supposed to use this. Alright. That's not what we're using. That is not what we're using. I love it. I also really hate it, but that's fine. Alright, let's get ourselves on there. I need a weight. I don't know how expensive weights are gonna be, but let's just see, shall we? Here we go. Weights. They're too expensive. Unless I've got a modded one. Yeah, all of them are too expensive for me right now. I'm a bit reluctant to sell my skid steer to replace it with this. I am. I'm extremely reluctant. But, I mean, look at it. It's pretty interesting, right? Right? Yeah, we're gonna need to, we're gonna need a weight. If we're gonna move at all with this, we are gonna need a weight. Alright, lower it down. There we go. Strap it down, let's take it home. Oh wait, actually. No, don't. Don't. We gotta leave it here. Because otherwise we won't be able to lift up the weight. So, it has to stay here. I'm going all in. I am. I wasn't gonna sell this straight away, but honestly guys, having a front loader on on a quad bike, it's really getting to me. It actually is. It's really getting to me. But I'm hoping for the best here. So we're gonna strap this down. We're gonna go sell the skid steer that we literally just bought. And we're gonna bring that quad bike home with a big weight on the back. And we're gonna chop down these trees. And we're gonna get it all sold. Ah, that's crazy. It feels crazy. Oh, I can't actually sell... Oh, okay. I can't sell things here, so we're gonna have to sell things using this. Which means we're gonna lose a little bit more money, but it is what it is. So sell for, yep, 5,000. We are obviously gonna go ahead and sell the pallet fork as well for 300. Okay, and the weight that we're gonna need is gonna be quite a big one. We're not gonna go for the lowest. We're not gonna go for the highest either, because obviously that gets very heavy. So let's go for somewhere in the middle. Here we go. So a weight of 1.3 tons. Yes, that's gonna go on the back of a quad bike. Alright, okay, because it has to weigh more than the front loader attacher, and it has to weigh more, or equal to, the attacher, and also, obviously, a log. So, so let's go ahead and reverse over to this, and hopefully it's good enough. This is bizarre, by the way. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this has planted us actually quite nicely. Okay, get us back to the farm. Let's go. Okay, we've made it back home. Let's choppy this tree down. Here we go. So we'll chop it at the bottom. I'm gonna chop this tree into 3 different pieces. I'm obviously gonna go ahead and get rid of all the limbs as well. Here we go. Limb it up, delimit, all the way down to the end if possible. There we go. We then chop it into 3. Obviously, the end piece we can just carry anyway, because it's not very heavy. There we go. But these 2 pieces, we're going to need the quad for. So let's chop this somewhere in the middle-ish. There-ish. Yep, that's good. And let's do it. Here we go. So, essentially the way this works then, is the end has a strap. So I put it next to the log, and I should be able to strap the log with the end. I also need to lower down the thingamabobby. The trailer is still up, so we need to sort that out. But yeah, if I go ahead and put this, let's say here, and do L. Is that the way this works? I can't remember. Uh-oh. Hang on. I might need to press... Oh no, I've pressed H. Sometimes you press H and it just messes everything up, right? Press G. L. Oh, wait, hang on, that's... No. L? There we go. And then let's see if we can lift this. Aha! Yes! Bit bumpy, but that's okay. Alright, lower this back down. Let's park ourselves a little bit further forwards. Jump back in this. And there we go. Oh, this is going to be so much easier. This is going to be so much easier than trying to balance it on a forklift. Yes! Okay. Alright, we're going to do this a bunch of times. So obviously we sort of have to. But that's okay. Alright, this one's a bit longer. Might have accidentally cut it a bit weirdly, but that's okay. Drop it on there. Very nice. And then all we got to do is keep going, dropping it on over and over and over again. And then we'll be good. I do need to get more trees, though. Also, I did say I could probably carry this, but I'm actually obsessed now with just using this. I don't know why. Alright, let's line ourselves up nicely. Lift it up. And chuck it on. Oh yeah. I mean, I chucked it in the worst place possible, but it's on there. Alright, we've got rid of all of the pines that needed getting rid of, and, well, we've got 2 of them on the trailer right now. So, what do I want to do next? Well, I'm going to take out a few more trees before I leave, because I want to make a decent amount of money on this sale. So, let's take out these big trees behind us and load them onto the trailer and get those sold as well. It's just... Hang on, let's go find them. This tree right here, this one, and that one right there. So we'll take both of those guys out, get them on the trailer, and then we'll go ahead and sell them. Once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and find a place to sleep tonight because, well, it's getting dark. It's already 5 p.m. So, yeah, let's do it. That rear log is not on very well, but we've got all of the trees on. Look at it. Yes. So we're going to drive over to the store again. We're going to get all of this sold, and we might come back with something new. Who knows? Sell it, sell it, sell it! Bam! 11,956. That is not terrible. Okay, well, it's time to sell those trees, so bam! There we go. $11,956. Beautiful. Alright, so it's getting late. I need somewhere to sleep. Let's go ahead and go to the store real quick. We're going to go to construction, we're going to go all the way to farmhouses, and, well, we're going to buy ourselves a little farmhouse up here in the trees. Yep, let's go with right here, just like this. Bosh. Okay, around this, we're going to go ahead and decorate, because, well, I sort of want to. So, let's go ahead and do this. There we go. We'll actually change the shape of it, if possible. How do I do that? Change brush shape. There we go. We're going to add, obviously, some gravel around the house itself. Just like this. There we go. And then outside, we're going to add a little bit of a concrete base over here. Yeah. I don't know. Like a concrete slab? I think that'd be really cool. There we go. And then we're going to go with a little bit of gravel on the front of it, obviously. There we go. And we'll do a bit more right here. Okay, very good. So, we now have somewhere where we can actually park. Yeah, that's good for once, actually. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and zoom this back across here a little bit. There we go. And I think I'm actually happy with that. Yeah, I think I am. Possibly. Anyway, let's go ahead and park up and then sleep through the night, and then in the morning we can figure out what we want to do next. It's sleepy time! We're sleeping all the way through the night, and in the morning, I think what I'm going to do is maybe add a process. I think it'd be good if we put down some sort of sawmill so that we can process these trees and make more money. Alright, so I am going to need 10 grand for this. That's okay. I do think I want to put it somewhere where we can get to it. Obviously, I want this to be an actual field. So I think I might put down a concrete pad over here somewhere, and then we can actually place it down. That seems like a good idea. In fact, I'm going to place it here anyway. Whoosh, there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a concrete pad around it, and hopefully that will look good. Here we go. So concrete, go ahead and shove that right there like this. Boom, all the way across. And let's do that again right here for funsies. There we go. And I'm just going to grab some of this. I'm going to attach it onto there like that. We're going to zoom it across. And to be honest, that seems fine. Yeah. Alright, so how does this work then? Well, if I get myself a tree, let's say this one right here, and I chop it down into the zone right there. Here we go. Hopefully I'm aiming right. Well, we can actually turn the trees into planks or beams or whatever we actually want them to be. Here we go. Yes. Alright, so it drops straight in. Now, if I run over to this, we should be able to decide what it builds. So, I'm going to go with wooden beams. Yeah, I'm going to go with wooden beams. So, activate it. There we go. And that's fine. Yeah, so we can change the output so that it either delivers it straight away or so that it pops out here. I think I want it to pop out here. However, before we actually do that, I'm going to go ahead and chop this one down as well. And we're going to dump it straight on top of the, the processing plant, because we are going to need more wood. So here we go. There we go, delivered. Nice. I also want access to this area back here so that we can actually get the planks out of here onto a trailer and get them sold. You know, I have been looking at what I can use to plow the fields. This right here looks pretty good. However, it needs 90 horsepower. What about this one? This needs 60 horsepower. So this is probably what we're going to have to use. What else have we got going on? I mean, the smallest one in the game requires 85. So, yeah, we won't be able to use that either. That's crazy. So I think we're going to either save up for this one, or we're going to save up for a tractor that can pull this one. Yes. Okay, next thing we need to do then is chop down this tree right here, and I guess we'll take down the smaller one in the middle, because, well, it's going to be in the way, so we're going to chop these down. I'm not allowed to cut this tree. Oh, I thought I was on the border. So that area right there isn't actually mine. Okay, we might have to start moving that way then with what we're chopping down. I think I can get this one though. Yes, I can. Alright, so we're going to chop this guy down. To be fair, it was the furthest one in anyway, so this should be good. Alright, lovely! Okay, so we're obviously going to go ahead and chop all of the limbs off. There we go, yes! Yes, 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 all the way down. And then we will obviously go ahead and, we'll go ahead and put it on the trailer because we're going to need to. It would be nice to sell some other trees at the same time. Possibly these two right here would be good. So let's go see if we can chop those. It'd be nice to see where the boundary is as well. I'm not entirely sure where it is. Anyway, let's chop this tree down if we can. Yes, we can. Excellent. And then we'll chop down the one behind me because, well, we should be able to get this one too. Yeah. Then we're going to go ahead and put all three of these on a trailer and get out of here. And there we go, 3 more trees ready to go. Hopefully we can afford a tractor and also a plow once we sell these. That would be awesome. And again, bam, there we go, $12,321. That is actually a decent amount of dollars. And we now have 16,532 overall. So let's drive around to where the store is and see if we can buy something. Oh boy, I know it would be a huge mistake to buy this, like I really do, but also, I mean, look at it, it is beautiful. Oh, I like it. I think I'm actually gonna buy it. Should I though? How much does that leave me with? It's only got 32 horsepower. You know what, no, we shouldn't, like I really want to, but we shouldn't. How much horsepower does this have? 89. That would actually be pretty decent. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase it. We're not going to do any modifications to it. It is just going to be as it is. And then we're going to buy a plow and hopefully that'll be fine. Alright, so 12,500. I don't know what optional extra I've just paid money for. I think The engine? Oh, apparently the turbo is the same price. I'm already playing plus 500, so I'm going to modify that. That's okay. Right, so if we go back then and we find a plow, we can now actually go with a decent sized one. But yeah, I'm going to go with this. We've got 90 horsepower and we've got a 90... Yeah, no, this works. Hopefully this thing can actually create fields. It does say create new fields, so hopefully it does just that. Alright, our little tractor. I don't actually know what you'd even call this. If there's anyone that can speak Russian in the comments, let me know what Benapkisi means. Let me know. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it updated to the turbo version. Then we'll whack it on the trailer and we'll get it back to the farm. Oh, as it turns out, we actually did have to spend 500 to do that, but it's an upgrade in power, so definitely worth it. Let's get ourselves on this trailer, and then we'll get back to the farm in no time. All right, I'm just gonna jump through. There we go. Lift her up. Very nice. Jump through again. There it is. Whack her on. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, park it there. Turn the engine off. Might as well. Go ahead and lower it back down. We'll strap it down. We'll take it to the farm. Okay, we've made it back home. I still need something that will take out the... Oh, we've already got one of the things. That's awesome. Yeah, we still need a stump taker outer, and that is not something that I currently have, so... Yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in the tractor. We're going to spend a little bit of time today creating a field. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get straight to it. I think I'm just going to try and drive around the edge of this field and get this one done first. All right, so lower it down. Oh, yeah, it can create fields. Very nice. Now all I need to do is drive around until this field has been created. Unfortunately, there are stumps in the middle of it, but we will get rid of those soon, maybe. Guys, we did it! We've successfully, well, I was gonna say planted. We haven't planted anything. We've successfully made our first field on the farm. I'm actually very pleased with this tractor. It has performed exceptionally. Like, really, really well. Which is awesome. Anyway, let's go ahead and lower this down back here, and we'll leave the tractor here for now. Because, well, we need to get rid of those stumps. I don't know how to do that, though. Okay, reverse the truck back because, well, we're at the point now where we might want to load those pallets on. So, I don't know if this can do that. Let's go see if it can. If this can actually work for this, this would be great, but I have a feeling that we're going to have to rebuy a pallet fork. Yeah, I think we will. I don't think this is going to do it, but we'll go ahead and plant it in the center-ish anyway. Like here-ish. There we go. Maybe reverse back, lift it. It's so bouncy, this thing, to drive. Because realistically, it shouldn't be like this anyway, but... Okay! We managed to grab both. I wasn't expecting this to work. Can I lift them? Barely. It is possible. It is possible for me to lift them. Okay, interesting. Well, if I zoom forwards then... Yep, if I zoom forwards... And I put them on here... That's good. Yeah, obviously I can't put them in the, like, most perfect place, but... That worked! We actually did it! Yes! You know what, we actually need to build the path in here, so let's do that next. We're gonna go ahead and build a road of gravel from our house through. So, if we go to construction, we'll go ahead and get some gravel, and we'll start building it now. So, from here, we're gonna come this way. Alright, very nice. We're then gonna go this way, obviously. That's a bit of a tight bend, but I think what I'll do is I'll actually create a little bit of room here anyway. There we go. We'll fix that back onto there. Very good. We're then gonna come this way and around this side of the field, if we can. There we go. Keep it coming around. We're then gonna go this way through here. Alright, not enough money, but we have done a pretty decent job there of building a path for ourselves. Yeah, okay, very nice. We also need to do something with that trailer. It's just sat here for a long time. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and plow this field right here to my right. Go on, you little tractor, let's go! I'm going to call it Benapis. Benapis. Benapisi. Benapisi. Yeah, that seems like a good name for it. Right, let's get our wee-woo lights on. There we go. Let's get ourselves lined up very nicely. And, well, this is going to be kind of a small field, but let's do it anyway. So we're just going to drive around the outside first, and then meet it back up at the other end. I'm actually really excited to see what this turns out like at the end, because I think it'll be a really cool little farm. Like, it's not going to be huge, obviously, but I think it'll be interesting nonetheless. Also, we are currently at minus $5, so very soon we are going to have to do something about that. I don't know what something about that is going to be, but we got to do something. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it relatively tight to the road. Yep, there we go. And we're just going to follow the curve of the road back around, and that should be awesome. I forget to turn off the engine of the truck. You can just hear it going boom, 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 which is kind of cool. It's a very cool truck. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and just bring this back over to here. That'll do me fine. And then, obviously, I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in. Again, though, we are going to have to dodge all the stumps, because there are a few in here. That's okay. Would you look at that? There we go. That actually looks amazing. Yes, and you can actually see all of the stumps that we need to take out, but for now, obviously, can't really do anything with that. We are also limited in the fact that we have no money. So, let's reverse our tractor back. Bepisi. Benapisi. And we're going to leave it right here, because I am going to need it again in a second, because reasons. Bosh. There we go. Alright, turn out the light. Let's go ahead and jump into this guy. And we're going to go ahead and pick up that guy right there, because it's going to get sold. Yeah, that's right. We're selling it right now. Here we go. Let's grab it, if possible. That'd be great. There we go. Strap it over. Yes, we only got one strap on it, but that's okay. Because we got such a big weight at the back, we can actually sort of drive with this. And we're going to go put it on the trailer, which is over here somewhere. We're then going to sell it. Yeah, that's right. It's going to get sold. In fact, I might actually just shove it on the back of the trailer right now. And we can just sell it like that. There we go. Maybe push it on. There we go. Alright, very nice. And we'll sell it. Alright, I'm just going to park here for now. Boop. Okay, jump in the truck. Let's go get it sold. Obviously, we only have 3 of them to sell, so we're not going to make too much money, but that's all right. Oh, I can't wait till this is a field as well. That's going to be awesome. I don't know if I sell these here. I don't think I do, but I actually don't know where you sell them. Yeah, I'm actually unsure where I'm supposed to sell these things. Let's figure it out. Oh, apparently it's over there. Okay, let's go drop them off then. Here we go. Down the roads. Yep, nice. And then in here? Yeah, it's in here. Okay. Let's get it delivered and get it sold, shall we? I am gonna have to drive and reverse it in. That's okay. Alright, here we go. Let's unstrap it now. And... boop, boop, boop. 26,554. Nice! That's actually the most money we've had in this series, or in this video so far. Okay, it's time for more, drawing, I guess. We are gonna go ahead and have it go around this side. There we go. This is gonna be our road. Out, I guess. I don't really know. There we go, and out. And straight to the road. And boop, there we go. Alright, nice. Yeah, we've done it. We have actually done it. I want to extend it out a little bit. I want to go ahead and make it like smaller real quick. Like this. And then randomly paint in like a, you know, like a triangle. You know, that makes sense. There we go. So when you're pulling in and off, it's easier to get in and out of the road. Yes, so that goes around there. We've obviously got this field, we've got this field. We need to make this field now, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, where's it at? I think this is it here. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's get ourselves out here, lower it down. Make sure it is actually creating fields, and let's drive around the outside again. I actually wouldn't mind getting rid of a few more trees, so I'm actually going to go behind these trees. We'll get rid of those 2, at least. Yeah, there we go. That just gives us a bit of a bigger field. I'm actually going to go around this tree as well. We're going to take this tree out. Yep, there we go. Go around the edge. And that's all good. Yeah, it just gives us a nicer looking field, to be honest. So that's all good. Yeah, do I want to go all the way down to the edge? Probably not. I'm going to go this way. And we're going to follow the edge of the road again. Just follow it all the way around. Hopefully not crashing into anything on the way around, because there are still tree stumps out here, and obviously that'd be bad to drive into. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we are getting pretty close to the main road, but that's okay. Yeah, this might even be our biggest field after I've gone around those trees and everything. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of driving to do now. Okay, so, after going around, we obviously need to chop down these trees to get them out of the way. So, we're going to go ahead and chop this one down into the field. There we go. We're obviously going to have to chop that up, put it on the trailer that's over there. And we'll do the same with this one. And then we'll also do the same with the one that's behind me somewhere. Where is it? Over here. This guy needs chopping down as well. I also want to have a little look through and see if there is anywhere else that I can actually make more fields inside of the forest. I think it'd be really cool to do so. So we'll chop that down as well. We'll go ahead and zoom off all the limbs. If we can, here we go. Quickly, zooming off all the limbs. Slowly but surely. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, all the way down to the end. Very nice. All right. Let's go do it with these ones as well, and then whack them on the trailer. Apparently this thing can pick up a whole tree. I mean, that's okay. I don't really want a whole tree because it'll actually sell for less than a chopped up tree. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this bit on here because I can. Oh, a bit wibbly wobbly, but there you go. So on there. Very nice. And then I'll chop it up at the end of the trailer and chuck that bit on there as well. Then we'll go grab all that stuff. I was actually going to go sell these at the store, but actually, I'm just going to go ahead and bring them over to here, and we're going to dump them inside of our factory. It's not really a factory, but you know, production plant, and make some more planks, or, what are they called? Beams. Yeah, we're making beams. I wasn't going to buy this until very much later, but honestly, we're going to need it, so there we go. Bam! 13,000 on a dipper fox. I don't even know if this will be able to lift that up. Wait, actually, no, good point. Can I use this on this? Oh, no. Guys, I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what's going on. It seems to be doing something. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna take it home anyway. Not what I expected. I didn't think I was going to be able to attach it on at all if it wasn't going to attach onto my front loader, but there you go. Alright, let's do a jump. Here we go. Boing! Straight over. Nice. Maybe if we attach it onto the tractor, it'll be high enough to actually use properly. Who knows? Anyway, we'll be home soon. Okay, well, I haven't attached it onto the tractor, but let's see if this does anything. Ready? I've turned it on, and it does seem to be drilling. Oh, it actually does seem to be drilling. So, yes. Alright, it works. Very nice. So now I'm just going to drive around all of the fields and jab this into each of the stumps to get rid of all of them. It's going to take ages, but okay. Alright, once we've done this field, which I think this is the last thing we needed to do, we're obviously going to go on to the next few fields. We've got that one in front of us, and we got the one on the right. The thing is, though, I'm actually not going to do that right now, because I want to go to bed. It is 4 PM in the afternoon, and I've had a long day. So I'm going to bed. Sleepy time, sleepy time, sleepy time. I think that means I've only actually slept twice, which is crazy. Anywho, we're in, and it's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's lovely. Also, oh my goodness, we need to get rid of this. And also, I need to go to this and figure out how much wood we've got left. How much wood do we have? None. Okay, we need to chop down some trees. Presumably, getting rid of these ones would actually be pretty good, because I want to turn this area into a bit of a turny-aroundy area. So, let's just go ahead and chop these down first thing in the morning. Here we go, choppy choppy! Hopefully this does actually go into the place we need it to go into. Come on. There we go. Timber! Yes. Okay. We're then going to chop this one down and then that one right there. Alright, here we go. Down at the bottom, choppy choppy! I don't know if this tree is long enough. Yeah, I think it is. Yep, there we go. And this one right here. Of course, when we get to the point where the trees are too far away, it's going to get a little bit annoying. But for now, this is working out fine. Yeah. Okay, let's get our tractor over here and get picking these guys up. Oh no, not the tractor, it's the quad bike. Pick these guys up, put them on the trailer, get the trailer, sell them. Alright, come here, you. We can, and we have learned that we can carry 2. So, let's go ahead and grab 2 at a time on this and hope for the best. Alright, press L, pick it up, I'm trying, pick it up, there we go, and then drive it over. In fact, actually, let's just get in the truck and move the truck into the right place. That'll make things way easier. Okay, we've moved it, so I'm gonna try and reverse this back. I'm gonna lower it down so that we can lift it up again. We're gonna drive it forwards so that we can put it right here, please. There we go, beautiful. Alright, we now need to go get the next 2, and the next 2, and the next 2, and chuck them all on here. Okay, we got the 2 more on, very good. I do kind of want to attempt to carry 3 at a time, but I do feel like that is pushing it a good bit, to be honest. So we're continuing to do 2 at a time. I think I can stack them in rows of 3, though, so we're going to put another 3 on the back. Sorry, another 2 on the back to make it 3 in a row. Please say we can do that. I don't know if we can, but we're going to give it a good go. Here we go. Alright, we've sort of got it on there. We're not lined up particularly well, to be honest. But there we go. Alright, that's on there. We have 4 more to go. And there we go, fully loaded. We have 10,000 liters of beams. I know that makes no sense whatsoever, but trust me, it's 10,000 liters of beams. Anywho, let's go ahead and take it to the store and get it sold. I really wish they would have made this a little bit bigger, to be honest, but here we go. Let's line ourselves up. I want them all sold at once, because I think that'll be amazing to see. And in 3, 2, 1, boop. No, wrong one, hang on. Boop. No, hang on, wrong one. Boop. There we go, 88,515. What that means is, we have 100k. We could buy something. Okay, back on the farm, and we need to do some work. So, let's go ahead and take this plow and drive it all the way back to the farm really quickly. I say the farm. This is where we're storing our equipment, sort of up here. Either over there, next to the house, or back here in this little area we've left alone. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop this right here. What I'm then going to do is go grab the... what is it even called? I couldn't remember what this thing is called, but we're going to attach onto this, and we're going to get rid of all of the stumps in this field, and all of the stumps in that field over there as well. Oh yeah, that actually works much better, because I can actually raise it and lower it whenever I need to. So now that we've finished digging that one, we can lift it up, move to the next tree, which is just here, and do that one as well. Alright, reverse into it. It might actually be tall enough that I can hit this one up here. Yeah. Okay, this field has been did, so let's go to the next field and did that one too. I believe that is actually all of it done. Excellent. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this right here. And I'm actually... Oh, whoops. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab... you know that trailer that's over here somewhere? I'm going to grab that as well. This thing needs to be sold, to be honest. In fact... I could just sell it now, but we're going to go put it on the farm for a bit. Is it going to be useful for anything? Maybe in the future, who knows. We'll go dump it, though. Okay, you know what? I think it might be kind of nice to do, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to add some fencing at the entrance of the farm. Because it's cool. I know a lot of people think this is, like, a pretty dumb thing to do because, well... Realistically, this money could be spent way better elsewhere, but I actually really like building fences on my farms. So we're going to actually send this all the way around to pretty much there, and there we go. So that's one side somewhat fenced. We're going to go ahead and do the other side a little bit too. I've spent a lot of money doing this. In fact, I've spent loads of money doing this, but that's okay because the whole point of this video is to build a farm that I like. After this, we might end up actually working this farm fully, but I'm not sure how the video is going to end in that respect. But anyway, let's go ahead and just build this up to here for now, and that's okay. Oh yeah, let's have a little drive and see what that looks like. Ooh, it's a bit close together, and actually this fencing is a bit thicker than I thought it was, but I don't know, I still think it's kind of interesting going down this, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll have to drive all the way through here every time we join the farm, or come to the farm. That's okay. Alright, good. I've added a little bit more, little bit more fencing up here because, well, I wanted to. We're gonna go ahead and zoom this around to the other end of the field, again, because I just like the look of it. So it's gonna go all the way to pretty much there. We're then gonna start the fencing again around here, building it around, probably to literally just here. I'll probably just end it sort of there. There we go. Alright, good. I'm not actually going to do this side of the road. We're just going to leave it on this side. I think that's good. Yeah. We're not going to add any more fencing up here because I don't think we need to. But that's okay. All right. Another thing that I want to do is add lights. So down this, we're just going to add lights randomly across if we can. So I say randomly. It has to legit be very random. Let me go ahead and put this down here. Can I turn off... What's the button? Free build mode. B. Hey, there we go. So we got some there. We'll go ahead and put these guys... They're not going to be right next to each other. They are going to be a little bit off from each other, but that's okay. And then I'm going to start just randomly doing them from each side of the road. We'll have one there. We'll go ahead and do some more over here. I know this is less about farming now, more about decoration, but that's okay. That's alright. Send it round, keep it going. There we go. And this is all on one side of the road, but that's okay. There we go. We'll do one here, one there. Keep it going. These are 500 each. Oh, I feel like a rich boy right now, but I won't in a second once I look at how much money we've got. I've only got 38,000 left. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, we'll add a light there, we'll add a light here. I'm actually going to add some on the other side of the road just because I can. So one there, one around here, one around here, one around there. There we go. One at the end of the field. Not going to do any on this side, but I will do one just here because I can. Maybe actually on the other side of the fence. There we go. Alright, that's pretty crazy. Oh, that is pretty crazy indeed. I like it though, a lot. I think I might start clearing another bit of forest somewhere. I might even just do this bit here, because I need to chop down these trees anyway into this, so we might as well just chop them down straight into it if we can. Clear out that area and maybe use that as a field too. Although I don't know how much of that land is actually mine. Yeah, we need to have a look at that actually. So press escape, go to map. Oh, behind the house isn't really mine, but this area is. So yeah, you know what? Let's just start chopping down these trees. We're going to chop down loads of them. We are going to need to come over with that de-stubbing tool. And that'll be good. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and chop them quite high so that I can actually see the stumps when they fall, and that'll be good. I also think I want to buy some sort of winch vehicle so that I can just tow the things over there if I need to. That would be really, really useful, actually. Oh yeah, none of these are actually going in. Alright, little tiny tree, get rid of that. There we go. These trees right here. Do that, there we go, yep. Alright, there's going to be lots of trees coming down here. I don't want to get rid of all of them between... Oh, that one worked. Between here and there. I want some trees in this line, but I think I'm going to chop down this one as well. Yes. There's going to be a lot that I chop down, to be honest. So, I'll come back to you guys once I've chopped down loads of trees. I have actually chopped down so many trees that I can't see anything there. But you can see above that I've cleared out sort of a little area for... I was going to say a field, but actually... I think what this area will be for is maybe a big shed. I think that would be pretty cool. Which does also mean I might have to get rid of some of these trees as well, so that we actually have a way to get to the shed. Yeah, that would probably work, actually. Oh, I'm buying this, by the way, because I do feel like being able to tow or, like, winch some of the things would be great. So, I've got to find a way of getting that on my truck without any way of getting it on my truck. I think if I reverse into it fast enough, I might be able to pick it up. Alright, lower it down, and reverse. No, that didn't really work. Maybe if I reverse it into an actual wall, then it has no choice but to scoot up. Alright, here we go. Yep, that's pretty good so far. Alright, reverse into it more. Maybe it'll fall onto my trailer? Or maybe it will just be as steady as can be. That's... Oh, I've got it. Sort of. Somehow this is working. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just going to assume that this is fine. Okay. Good job, everyone. I got to jump over this, though. Yes, we're doing it. Excellent. Would you look at that? Oh my goodness, this is awesome. For a way into your farm, imagine driving down this huge road. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, dump it there. Nice, and well, I gotta get out of the way, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drive over here. Alright, let's park right here. Boop. There we go. Right, jump in the tractor, because that's the next thing we need. Put my wee-woo lights on, and we gotta get to work. I think I'm just gonna park pretty much at the, thingamabobby? I'm gonna park at the thingamabobby and just tow everything towards me and hope for the best. I'm sure that's how this works. So if I bring it over here, alright, I seal myself to the ground. There we go, and now we just attach on and pull, I think. Like over and over and over and over again. How do I use the winch? M. No, K? K pulls the winch, here we go. Pull, 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 pull. As soon as it gets into this area, it goes. Alright, and I just do it literally constantly over and over and over again. Alright, press K. Pull it in. Oh yeah, I'm hoping that sometime it will actually pull multiple trees in. That would be great. Because if I'm pulling them all one at a time, well, that's just going to take forever, but let's do it. Keep pulling. I'm happy with this. This is working way better than I expected. This is definitely worth 22,000, especially if I'm just going to be able to keep pulling them in. I'm going to run to, like, a rear one of the back ones. Attach that onto there. And then we'll see if it pulls in any of the other ones. Hopefully it does. It might get stuck and pull the tractor that way, though. Which it is doing a little bit. Oh. Oh, no, it worked. It didn't pull anything else in, but it worked. These ones I don't need to pull because I can lift them up, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Pull it in. Oh, yeah. I'm so happy with this. It's totally working. Yes. All right, these guys. No, I can't actually pick them up. They must be bigger trees than I expected. All right, put that on there. Pull it. Yeah. Keep going. I'm so happy. Yes. All right, this one's coming in as well. And then we got all of that to do. Okay. Well, we did it, guys. We pulled all of the trees all the way over, and that has worked out excellently. So, now what we need to do is go around and get rid of all of the stumps. There are so many stumps, though, so this is going to be a bit annoying. In fact, it might take me ages to do this, but it is what it is. So, let's go ahead and dump this guy over here for now, because we don't need it right now. There we go. We'll grab the little tree stump remover thingamabobby. We'll attach that on, and we'll do some stump removing. Yeah. This is taking ages, but I think this is the last one. There we go. There are some random bits of stump about, but I think this is the last actual stump, I think. I don't know. Anyway, what we're going to do from here is we're actually going to go ahead and lift this up. We're going to turn it off, and we're going to drive away. And we're going to create a shed area over here. I think it'll be good. I'm going to build myself a shed. I'm actually going to use this guy. And we're going to do it like this. Because I wanted it to be bigger. Why can't I put it there? There must be something on the ground. I wanted it to be bigger, but actually, I am just going to go ahead and put one of these here somewhere. I wish it wasn't overlapped by another object, but it's fine. There we go. Alright, good. So, now that we've got that, we need to build some gravel to it, and that'll be it. Alright, hold on. Let's go ahead and do this. Boop. Meow. There we go, very good. And then we're actually just going to go ahead and send it from here upwards. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, very nice. We're going to go ahead and do this one as well. Excellent. And I guess we're just going to go ahead and do this too. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright. Very nice, I think. Very nice. Maybe. Yeah. Alright, I do wish it was a little bit less bumpy right here, but it is what it is. So, if we go up here, we can actually park in this big old shed now. And that means we can park everything in the shed. We've got a truck, we got a trailer, we got a quad bike, we got a bunch of other trailers and things. We can put them all up there if we need. So, let's actually park this guy here, because we need to actually use this guy to load those things onto the trailer. And there we go. Nice. We got everything stacked up there. All lovely. Let's go ahead and reverse this back. We'll actually park this up for now as well, because we can. And I would really like to flatten out this land, because I don't want to go up a bump every time I have to go in here. Also, having a tractor with an actual front loader might be the way to go very soon, because I don't want to be using a quad bike the whole time. Okay, we're sleeping through the night because, well, we're going to go and sell the planks in the morning. So, here we go. This is, what, the third time we've slept? We're almost there. Well, actually, we're really not. And bam! There we go. $53,109 dues. That's pretty good. We have a lot of money. Well, I say we have a lot of money. We don't really have that much money. But that's okay. That's alright. We're getting there. Also, watch this. No! I love doing that. Anyway, we need to get back home because there's more things we need to do on the farm. Look at this, by the way. All of our lights are on the way into the farm. Beautiful. Obviously, they're only on the left side over here, but then they get back to being on both sides. I think that's sick. I actually think that's really, really cool. Yeah. Anyway, we're back home. I don't know what I'm going to do here, to be honest. We got a lot of... Oh, wow. We've got a heck of a lot of beams right there that need to go on the trailer. I think we should spend our money on maybe a new thing to lift those on. Yeah, maybe I should have got that while I was at the store. Is this going to be our front loader tractor? I think it is. There we go. $45,000 for this Ford right here, which actually has 160 horsepower. So, let's go to the store. Here it is. And drive it home. Yeah. Oh, this is good. Yeah. Nice. I like having new tractors. Well, it is a very old looking tractor, but it's still new to me. Alright, well, we're here, so what we need to do is go to this guy. We need to get rid of the rear weights, we got to get rid of the front, and, well, I don't know what we're going to use the quad bike for after this, to be honest. Detaching tool is not allowed in this state. There you go. Alright, sorted it. Sorted it out. And now I need to reverse backwards. This weight is too heavy for this thing. And there we go. Alright, I'm now going to park the quad up, and possibly never use it ever again. But who knows? Alright, let's attach onto this guy first. Oh. The turning on this is a bit weird, but it should be... Does it not fit? Hello? Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, cool. I didn't think it was going to fit there for a second, but we're good, we're good. Alright, reverse backwards. Let's grab the weight as well. Not that... I don't know if we need it. And then we're going to go ahead and try and pick up possibly 3 at a time. Although I feel like that could be a struggle. Alright, here we go. The brakes on this thing seem to suck, by the way. Alright, drive it forwards. Straight into this. Press L. Alright, we've strapped them up. I don't think I've strapped up the top one, but it seems stable enough to actually just carry. Okay, very nice. And then we can just dump it on the trailer. Alright, lift her. And... dump her. Come on. Come on, put it down. Put it down! Alright, I can't quite get it in the right place here. I'm struggling. I'm struggling like crazy. That will do. That will do for now. If I need to push more on, we will push them further. Alright, here we go. We'll get these 2, and then I'm going to try and get the next 6 after that as well. Because I totally can. So, lower it down, attach on, lift her up. And there we go. We're just going to scoot everything forwards. Oh, wait, what? It's spawning more. I didn't want it to spawn more. Alright, whatever. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and put it on here. We're going to try and slide it without demolishing everything. Slowly but surely. There we go. Alright, let go of it there. And I'm actually going to go ahead and strap those down. Yes. Good. Alright, keep going. Can I actually put this on top of those guys? I don't know if I can reach. Oh my goodness, maybe. We might be able to actually slot this on there. No, or not. Alright, if I lower this down, we might be able to just grab the bottom one. Lift it, push it forwards. Yeah, I can't get any closer, and I'm not actually entirely sure why, but there you go. It's on. Good. Nicely done. There we go. We've actually got... Oh, another one's just spawned. But no, we've got them all stacked up quite nicely there, so they can all get sold very soon. I do think we need to upgrade our truck and possibly trailer, so we have a lorry, or a, you know, a big semi-truck for you American guys out there. Yeah. I don't know. I think that is the next step, maybe. So, let's go ahead and take our truck and trailer down to the store and, well, sell this stuff, buy a truck, buy a trailer, and bring it back home. Hopefully, it'll fit down our driveway. And it is, bam, sold, $150,000. That is insane. So, we're going to go straight to trucks, and we're going to figure out what we want. So, I'm thinking a roll-on, roll-off would actually be really cool. But, we're not going to go for that. We're going to go for... I kind of want this Mac, but I don't really like it that much. Maybe this. Maybe we actually go for an actual Volvo. What about this Mac? You know what? Let's go for this Mac. Why not? It is a bit big, actually. You know what? No. Let's go for a European. Here we go. We're going to go for this Volvo. We'll go ahead and buy it just as is. Yes, 150,000. That's crazy, but sure. And then we need to get ourselves a trailer for it. So low loader is probably what we want. And I don't know which one we do want, actually. Oh. Well, it would sort of be this guy, but I feel like that's a little bit expensive. 55,000. Oh. I don't know. Well, we don't have 55,000, so that's a problem. That is a big old problem. Okay, let's go ahead and sell our truck then, and our trailer, which is, crazy news, but that's what we're gonna do. And that should be fine. So, where is it? There we go. Sell this for 28,000. There we go. And the trailer, which is... I must have gone over it already. Where is it? This one. There we go. So we're gonna sell the tip deck trailer as well. Holy moly. Okay. Right, where's the lorry then? Oh, beautiful. Big old Volvo. What's for sale, actually? I should have probably checked this earlier, but never mind. Okay, so we're going to go for... I think I want to go for a low loader over a flatbed. So we are actually going to go for this guy. Yeah, we are. That's quite big, though. I feel like that might actually be too long. Is there a way to make it skinnier or shorter? I don't think so. I think it just is gonna be huge, isn't it? Oh boy. Yeah, that's really long. Well, it is what it is. Not enough money. I don't have enough money for it. 49,000 is what we're up to. Well, we're gonna have to go for this one then instead. Which is smaller, but still probably gonna be fine. Okay, good. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to turn this around at our shop, but... I guess we'll see. Alright, it's on. It is behind me, as you can see. And we're gonna drive it straight home. This doesn't feel like it's on correctly, though. I'm not gonna lie, it looks weird. But it is what it is. I do wish there was a little bit of a way of crossing the train track here that wasn't jumping, but we do actually have to jump over it. Every time. Oh boy! Straight across there! Yeah, I knew that was gonna be a bit of a pain, but it's fine. Do we fit down our own driveway is the question. Here we go. We're driving straight down. Okay, we gotta stay very close to the right-hand side to begin with. Then the left-hand side to keep our trailer in the middle. Okay, we're good. We've made it around this bit. Excellent. And then this is the bit where I was thinking might be a bit... Oh, I've hit the lamppost. This is a very long trailer. Especially for bringing into a forest. I might have to make this field smaller. Yeah, but once we get it to here, to be honest, it'll be fine. Because, well, we can just reverse it down there. I can't see. Yeah, we can reverse it down there and that will be fine. Alright, so just start reversing. Here we go. Bring it to the side. Excellent. Pull it round. And just reverse it backwards. That is great. Yeah. Alright, good. We got it home. Okay, well, I think that is actually where I'm going to leave this video for today. So, thank you very much for watching part 1 of turning a forest into a farm. I do think we are going to need a bunch more fields. So, in the next one, we'll probably end up traveling maybe that direction, or that direction. Chopping down some trees, making more fields, and that will be awesome. I don't know whether we're going to plant the fields at all very soon, but we'll see. Anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.